Hello, hello, hello. Anybody watching? Is it recording yet? I think so. I don't think you're looking where I'm wanting you to look though. How's that? Let's oh yeah. Ooh, check that out. Morning, Newcomb. Hey, can you guess what we're doing today? I get it. I have never done it, but I want to. I kept trying my hardest to get at it and let me lace the roof of this one. It just would not. And I think that's because Jessica probably shoot me and then at it. From what I'm understanding, you find a pattern you want and you pull it as tight as you can against it, and you do one good coat. You don't want to get too heavy because it'll leave edges, but you do one good coat. Once it flashes off, peel it back, check the edges. It sounds pretty simple, but I know everything's curved, so it might be fun getting certain areas to line up right. But I do want to try it. You can't hear me? I wonder why. Let's see. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Hello? Ah, great. All right, let me go kill the fan. Is that better? Morning, David. Cool. Yeah, we're already experiencing some of that solar flare crap. Tommy texted me a little bit ago and said there was no internet or phone service at the house, so it came back on, but nah. Technology, man. Can't live with it, can't live without it, right? All right, did you hear what I was saying about the lace, Newcomb? I have never done lace before. I kept trying to get Adam to do this one, but I think Jessica would have hung us both. From what I understand, you spray your base down, your undercolor, then you just stretch it out, get it as tight as you can. And I don't know how like this area would be, but that might be a little tough. But you get it tight, and you do one even coat over it to where you're not building up a bunch of material, because then it'll creep underneath of it. Once it flashes off, you peel it back, check edges, make sure there's nothing funky going on, and then you clear it. I want to do a lace job, and I'm thinking on my crew cab when I do it. Since I haven't had a customer let me do it to theirs yet, dang man. morning. there? How many people we got in here? Smash that like, guys. Let's see if we can't hit 100 likes today. 92 watching. How many likes we got? Settings got messed up on my GoPro. Thank you. Yeah, I'm still sanding on it. I will be finished today, though. I'm telling you that. And then I'm going to let it set till Monday. Finish gassing out. Which it's pretty much gassed out now. Come in and looked at the driver's side this morning and no change whatsoever. So it's pretty much gassed out. But I'm going to give it a couple more days just in case. And give my shoulders a break, arms and hands, so I don't wear myself out on it. All right, let's spin you over here, zoom you back out. Can you see it all, or do I need to move? I think I need to move. How's that? Can you see it all? The whole quarter panel? Awesome. How's the weather out there? It's supposed to be raining right now. It's been spitting it off and on, but it looks like the next 3 or 4 or 5 days it's supposed to be that way. Right now, it's just really overcast. You know me, coffee and a cigarette keeps me going. All right. 49, high of 72. Day before yesterday, our high was 89, full sun. Yesterday was 87, almost full sun, not quite. This morning I got up, it was about 65-ish, and out there 5 o'clock drinking my coffee on the deck, and it started sprinkling. Not even enough to make me wet, so that's pretty good. A little cooler this morning, felt good. We have 94 watching, 16 likes. 41 when you got up. It was, what was it, Tuesday or Monday? One of the two, my days blend. When I got up, it was 48 degrees. When I come in here, it was actually kind of chilly in here. About 11 o'clock, it warmed up enough that I actually started sweating. Thank you, Rusty. finish out this side, all right? To 3,000. And then this afternoon, you guys will have to tune back in for my second live. I'm going to shock all of you. Scheduled programming. Me too. I'm ready to see this one outside. even touched my truck in 2 weeks. And it's got to be at the same show this one's going to be at. In fact, my truck is supposed to be at a show this coming Sunday in Troy. It ain't gonna make it. The suspense is just enough. The suspense is just enough to keep you engaged without being like DD Speed Shop. Hey guys, how many people we got in here? 79 and 37 likes. Okay. GoPro just shut off. I want to say thank you to everybody that's been subscribing. Yesterday's live put me over the 5,000 subscriber mark. I really appreciate that. Now, if you've been following the channel, you already know this, but if you're new, at 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to give one heck of a giveaway away. Share my channel, get the word out there, bring some people in here, and guarantee there's going to be one heck of a giveaway coming up. Alright, let me see if I can raise this thing up and change my GoPro battery, I guess. Thought about finding a maybe a box truck or something and park it out there and mount the compressor in the inside of it, and then I could use the rest of the box truck for storage. 63 Biscayne, full air ride at Lay's frame with the 5.3 LS. Thank you. It is a 2005 Viper Blue Pearl Metallic. And now that my rag just fell into the floor, I gotta get a new rag. Bang it in. There we go. That one will work. I think I'll just drop it in the bucket. If I need it, I'll bend over and get it. 54 people in here, 44 likes. Awesome, I appreciate it. Here we go. 20 by 1 wrench. Yeah, just about. You know what? We'll just measure. 18s by 3. It's going to be sporting some 20 by 10s in the rear, 20 by 18s in the front. It is a disc game. 63. Yep, it's a 63 disc game. 3,000. Anybody that's just tuning in, hit that like button and subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's a foam backing, Velcro back. apply very heavy coats on it. I had a gallon and 3/4 unmixed of Glasery Clear and sprayed 5 heavy coats on all the blue and the black. The roof was already done. I did that about a couple weeks ago. And I've got 3 heavy coats on it. We're not cutting and buffing the roof. We didn't want that done. And I think part of that is because I keep putting in his head that we need to lace that roof. And I'm hoping eventually he'll do that. Until he can get his wife convinced. Yep, that's the big thing. We got to get his wife convinced for one. And I think he's unsure whether he wants it, so, you know. The roof come out like glass. Didn't mean to mess with it. When the customer comes in and sees it and says the roof's good enough, don't mess with it, you don't mess with it. Hello. Smash that like and subscribe. Yes, very high solid. In my opinion, the best there is. Didn't debate very long, did I? 10%. It is 2-to-1 plus 10%. I'll be right back. Alright, let's button this quarter up. Then we'll go to the rest. Is from Texas, but he's in Cincinnati making a delivery. I'm gonna let her down just a little bit. Just 5 straight coats. Yep, just 5 straight coats. Man, I'll tell you what, all this water made my shop floor muddy. I'm gonna have to pressure wash it. Morning, Classic. How are you this morning? Soaking up that sunshine, ain't you? It is a 63 Biscayne. Doing the verticals, I gotta back this up a bit. Yeah, we're waiting on Classic. Bring up a 67 Chevelle. You could get it over to Texas, and then Nelson could throw it on his truck when he comes over. I keep trying. There's actually quite a few differences. The Impala on the roof has another body line. The Biscayne and the Bel Air, the C-pillar is different. Let's see, the trim locations is different. The inner front fenders are different. Yep, the tail lights. Morning, Randy. There's actually quite a bit of differences, but most people, if they don't know this body style, most of them always call it an Impala. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's still the same breed. Interior trim's different too. No problem. I like helping where I can. I try to. Really? Come on, man. You just made a mess over there. Morning to them. How's the shoulder treating you? hanging in there. I'm worn out though. Adam is a slave driver. Morning, Adam. Randy's in here? I didn't see him pop up. Backyard? No, I don't. I have from here down here and here down here. I thought you said the fronts were 20 by 8. Whoever I said that to earlier, I was wrong. I could have swore he said 20 by 10 in the rear and 20 by 8 in the front. But I was wrong. Sorry, guys. For the steering wheel, we're going to use a pair of off-brand vice grips. I said, I didn't know you drank coffee, Adam. I don't think I've ever seen you drinking it. Yeah, that's real common. Those cow hoods and back here on the backside, generally they suck in. A lot of times I have to add a strip to the back of it so it looks right. Guys, I'll tell you right now, you're seeing the same thing I did yesterday on my live. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to want to tune in to see this afternoon. When I go live this afternoon, I'm going to make a lot of it clip. You had to say coffee, didn't you? I had to go drink some more. Chat got quiet. A bigger belt, huh? It's already wrapped halfway around me. Awesome. Everybody slide over to Grease Spot Garage. And if Rusty was here, he could share his channel. But slide over to the Grease Spot Garage and hit subscribe. Yeah, I'm going to finish this live out once I get the bottom of this done. And then I got a few other things I'm going to do on the regular video for tomorrow night. But when I come back this afternoon, which will probably be about, I don't know, 3 o'clock or so, you guys are going to want to tune in because you're going to like what you see me do to this car. Waxer, the building I'm in right now, opened its doors, I think it was May 29th, 1938, as a Pontiac Buick dealership. And I have the dealership before they moved up here, they had one downtown. I have their 26 Pontiac 6 with 7,000 miles on it. Sydney, Ohio. And I'm having a cruise-in get-together next Saturday at Shelby County Fairgrounds. Sydney, Ohio. Awesome. Well, grab your classic car and come join. It's going to be a blast. There's people coming from all over the United States. I didn't even know they had an indoor go-kart place. I ain't been over to Versailles in years. It's not that far away, but ain't much else over there, so I have no normal reason why to go over. Oh, I didn't know they did that. I'm crazy, man. This is a 63 Biscayne. You know what? I should clean that off there first, so it don't dry. Yeah, that's pretty cool they got that over there. Adam might have to run over there and grab grabbing some parts for that V8 go-kart he's making. There it is. Or V8 lawnmower, I'm sorry. Danville, Kentucky. I've been through there a few times. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. Got friends and family all over Kentucky and Tennessee, Florida, Michigan. All right, guys, I'm going up again. Gotta change the battery in this other camera real quick. See you later, backyard. And thank you, Waxer. I appreciate that. Well, if you wake up early in the afternoon, come on back. I'll be going live this afternoon, too. Have a good one, Waxer. I appreciate you. Let me see if I can do that. I think I did it. It says I did. Let's just move you guys over here. Yep, you're a Blue Ranch. We still got people in here. Looks like 68 people in here. Maybe. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. 78 likes. Awesome, guys. Let's see if we can't get it to 100 by the time I'm done with this lower section here. Morning, Large. Been a minute. How you been? Let's see if we can't get 100 likes by the time I'm done with this lower section here. Here we go. Maybe. You can't? You should be able to. Thank you. Everyone what? $85 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get it up there a little bit more. I'd love to see 100 likes today. That's right. And that polish is owner responsibility. Right, Adam? All right. If this is like the other side, it won't take near as long. Morning, Jonathan. What did Doc say? Where have you been yet? Awesome. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. Come on, spit it out. Spit it out like you just ate white chocolate. Because everybody knows white chocolate's nasty. Look at that. Man, did you hear that thing click? Get the fire hose all on hooked here. Because you know what? 3,000 is done. Everybody left. Come on now. Where did everybody go? Left me in the twilight zone. Now I've only got 2 things left to hit with 3,000. Right there on both sides.
Can you see the difference between the shine right there and the shine right there? Oh, that is really good news, buddy. I am so glad for that. And now you need to take your retirement a little more serious, huh? Don't try to bench press no semi-axles. That's right. Well, guys, I wanted to do this live to show the finalizing of the 3000 of the body. We'll see something cool. Look at that reflection. Oh, yeah. That's sanded out to 3000, guys. All right, Adam. I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to do a few other things on the regular video for tomorrow night. And I'll be back probably around 2 or 3, something like that. That is true. That is true. I did get all that sanded out to 2000. Look at that, man. Got 89 likes. Come on, guys. 11 more. Can we get it? Here. I'll just drop this thing down and show you the motor. Maybe that'll get it. Going down. $91. 9 more. Come on, guys. Hit that subscribe and like, and then slide over to Grease Spot Garage and do the same. Over to Parked Up Garage, do the same. Look at that. Ain't she purty? You know, as low as this car is right now, it'll go down about 4 more inches. Oh, man. Man, look how dirty that is. I just waxed and grease removed this yesterday morning. And that right there is why you wax and grease in between every step. Just soap and water don't get it all the way. You want to make sure it is clean as clean gets. Hello. I don't know how to say your name, but hello and welcome to the channel. Well, we're at 92. Hi, Taylor. That's off the gun, guys. 3 coats of Glazeric Clear. That's off the gun, and Adam said to leave it go. I'll probably polish it because it has been setting for a minute, but other than that, I'm going to buff the sail panels or C-pillars, however you want to call it. It's part of the car. 93 likes, guys. Everything. Oh, I'm fine as frog hair. Everything is sanded out to 3,000 from the stripes down. Everything here is 2,000. That's all I sanded on it. This, I started coarser and worked my way up. Verticals give you more orange peel. So I cut it flat and then worked my way up. All the top surfaces laid out like that. Come on now, you gotta like that. It's dirty, but you gotta like that. $95 and 81 watching. I'll bet we can get it. I bet we can get that before I close this thing out. Well, on the flat surfaces, it gives you more time. You can lay it out heavier, and it gives it more time to flow out before it cures enough that it don't run. You know, I still got runs. You can only go so heavy on the sides. So you do get runs and orange peel worse. The top surfaces always seems to, it's a love-hate relationship with a top flat surface because you're more apt to get dust nibs. You're more apt to get bugs landing in it or something to that nature. But if you can get it with no dust, like I had like 3, maybe 4 specks of dust in the whole top surface of this. Minor. If you can get it to lay out like that, generally it'll lay out like glass. Ugh. 96 likes. Hey, did you guys see what Adam helped me do yesterday? That's right. If I ever get time to work on it, I will get back to work on it. I got to finish all this up. Remember, it's just tacked in there. But it works, and that's the main thing. Hey, Adam, did you get your ice cream last night? I didn't see a short tagging Randy. Did you video it? Well, now, did you fall asleep with it? That's the next question. Maybe that hood will get us some more likes. Look at that full custom hood right there, everybody. All right, guys. I think I'm going to fall short of my 100 likes. Because, you know, I got more work to get done. A lot more work. Well, I got to do what the customer says, and, you know. And that's a lot of roof to be stretching that DeWalt buffer over. Awesome. Thank you. Oh man, you guys are gonna make me not even touch my truck, ain't you? Or make money on the quick collision jobs. I think I'm gonna go live working on this one tomorrow. If I can get the firewall pulled out and the door on there to where it operates. See, right now, it won't open at all. I got to get that pulled out, get the door on there so I can make sure everything's in line. Now, I got to figure out how to get this fender off of here. I really, really don't want to pull everything off the front of this thing. That would suck. But I'm going to work on that one live tomorrow because this one will be done today. All the cutting will be done. And then it's going to set until Monday. Monday, my shoulders and arms and hands, everything should be rested up enough. And I'll break out the buffer. And it'll let it gas out some more. All right, I'll do that. If I did 2,000, I think it'd have to be the DA because I think I'm done hand sanding for a minute. Hi, Max. Hit that subscribe and like button for me. We got 2 more likes to go. I can't wait till this thing is buffed with them wheels on it and aired out, setting out front on a sunny day. That's gonna be an amazing day. Oh, I know, Large. It'll make a big difference, but I'm trying to get this one and this one ready for the show next Saturday. Awesome. Thank you. And I just hit 100 too. Thank you, guys. Oh, yeah, I'm on a huge, huge time crunch. Starting Monday, I'm going to start buffing this, and I got a lot of cleanup to do on it. I also want to get as far as I can on that one. I would love to have at least the cab forward painted because I haven't touched the back yet before the show. Yeah, you're right, we will. We'll always have time to go back and do little things here and there. But I got to get my gauges finished up. I got to finish up my little bit of wiring I got left. I think that's going to be my first attack mode on it. 101 likes, thank you. Yeah, just a little bit. That's right. That's right. We might not be blood, but we're brothers. Yeah, there ain't much left on it. I got everything sorted out on the headlight switch now. And everything on here except for the lights and the tack. I need to connect in my oil and water temperature into the sensors and then get everything cleaned up, loomed in. I got my turn signals, my brights, got that stuff ready. And check this out. My brother gave me that, and it found a home. Oh. And then, as soon as I get that stuff done, I got to slide out here. I want to take care of from here forward at minimum before next weekend. As long as it's got chili and beans, I'm good with spaghetti. I don't like that red stuff. I got to finish welding that stuff up. Get that sprayed. There's still quite a bit to do on it yet, but you back home yet, Adam? Right? They don't even make fleet sides with full beds anymore. And I built this bed. I widened the fenders and the steps and these pieces here are the only things original on it, and I modified all of them. I widened each step side fender 4 inches. I put my gas door there, widened a step, put a step notch for the leaf springs, because this is on a 94 chassis, 97 chassis, one of the two. Those were in good shape, so I reused them, but everything else I made. I built all that. Tailgate included. And yes, I stamped that. I widened the rear bumper 8 inches, put a hitch in it. This is actually, that was a huge job. Thank you, I appreciate that. The firewall is from a 97, the floorboards are 97. That's right, chassis is a 94, floors, the firewall are 97, and then I resto modded the body down around it. And then it's got 2005 6.0 with the 1991 4L80E. One mile, huh? Right? I mean, if you can find an 8-foot bed anymore, generally the payloads, they won't hold up. They won't hold up like the old ones. Shop boss has found me. What's the matter? Oh, she loved me this morning. I brushed her. Everybody slide over to Grease Spot Garage. Hit subscribe, and he's getting ready to go live too. Do the roof. It's possible, but it won't happen before the show. That car has got to be at the show, and I am running out of time. I have 5 days left because after today, this thing's going to set till Monday. Because I have got to get on that collision job. Got to get it at least put together. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, but it's a 5.3. He's got the intake up there. He's running all the plumbing. It's 8 injection. I think he said it was a 4L80E transmission. I think. Look, guys, I've been live for 156 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to get, well, hi, glasses. I'm going to get Adam up on the TV, and I'm going to get back to work on this. You guys slide over to Adam's live that he's getting ready to put up. And, yeah, hit subscribe while you're there. I will be back probably 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern today. I think you're going to want to see what I'm doing. I think it's going to make this thing just, yeah. And it's going to reach out and grab you. Yep, it's all cut. The sides are all cut to 3,000, and the top is all cut to 2,000. I mean, that's off the gun right there. Look at the reflection, guys. All right, guys, I'm going to close her out. I thank each and every one of you. Last night I hit 5,000 subscribers. If you're watching and you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Click the bell for notifications because I go live a couple times a day and I have a premiere every day at 8 p.m. Eastern. I use Mothers. Let me go. I got it setting out in here. I'll just slide in here real quick. It's a little dark in here. I didn't turn the lights on. That is the compound I use right there. And then after that's done, I slide over and I hit with the foam pad polish. I like it because it don't have the solvents that the 3Ms have. That stuff there, I have never had a bottle go bad. Now, 3M compounds, if it sets for 6 months, I've found that it will harden up. It'll be like a brick inside of the bottle. And it's like, it gets real gritty. And I hate putting that on a paint job that I just spent all that time sanding. I have not. I haven't heard of that. I think she's wanting food. I didn't bring her any this morning because she was being stubborn yesterday and didn't eat. She ate dry food only. I don't think I have a 3M bottle around here anymore. But right on it, you can tell it's got solvents in it. If you look at the compounds and stuff. I gotta hit this button here real quick. My TV's about to go on the fritz. There we go. Back up and running. I always use water. I dilute it. I keep my pad wet. If it's dry, it's basically gonna sand it and throw grit down in your clear, and you don't want that. You wanna keep it nice and moist. Take your time, don't go fast, because like this right here, the black, you can get swirls real easy. When you go to the polish, you go even slower. Just let it spin. And not fast, you want it spinning slow. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump up here. I'm gonna grab Adam's Live, get it up on the TV. Slide on over there. Slide on over there. All right, guys, till the next one, which will be about 2 or 3 o'clock today. Have a blessed day.